sad story. Cheslie Kryst, 2019's Miss USA, was found dead Sunday morning in New York. Super sad story. Authorities suspect that she jumped from the building, the Orion building, around 7:15 a.m. Now, she lived on the 9th floor, but was last seen on the 29th floor terrace. Now, this was Kryst's last post on Instagram. May this day bring you rest and peace. Our thoughts and prayers are with their family and friends. And I know some of us knew her or knew of her. I know, Vivica, you were interviewed by her as well. She worked for Extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the very first things that when Lisa Ray was like, wow, oh my God, did you all see this? You know, we have our wonderful little group text that we do together, notifying each other of things. I love that about our sisterhood, that when something jumps off, it's like, we have to talk about hot topics. And the moment that I opened it up, the first thing that I said, I was like, oh my God, I think she interviewed me. And when I went back, someone sent me a link, and I just remember, what a beautiful, intelligent, well-spoken young lady. And to find that she jumped off of a building and committed suicide. She's 30 years old. I was like, wow, just when I didn't think I had any more tears to shed. Once again, we just never know where people are at. And I just think that we should continue in our community to talk about this and not be afraid to tell others that if you're needing help, that if you're having thoughts, please speak up.
Vivica, when you said in the group, yeah, she interviewed me, and I was just like, and then I start seeing more of her pictures on social media, and I was like, she interviewed me as well. Mm-hmm. She interviewed me for Unsung. When I did Unsung with TV One, and I remember because I remembered her hair. Yes. And I had a whole conversation with her about this hair and how beautiful she was. And she was so bubbly and like, you would never, ever, ever think, not to say that there's a certain way people should be walking around when they're sad, you know what I'm saying? But you would never think. She just had this light and this energy that was very light and very, like, not like everything's great, but like she was very optimistic, So it's interesting because some people will say when someone is overly like that they're maybe trying to hide something or trying to hide pain, but you never really think about that. You meet somebody that's nice and having a good time and just bubbly and lit up. You don't sit there back to yourself and be like, I bet you she having the worst time of her life. Like, no one does that. So
I didn't see that at all.
Sad. Yeah, it's super sad. Like
yesterday, I partook in this mental health event in Dallas. Dr. Taka Cash, and she's a psychiatrist. She's a therapist. And we had an intimate gathering of Black professionals that are highly successful and got it going on. And you would be surprised at all the stories that were told. And we were just discussing yesterday how a lot of times people that do have this depression or have these demons, they go out of their way to make everybody else feel comfortable. They disguise it with comedy, being funny, taking the attention off of them. So you would never think. And lo and behold, they're the one making everybody else feel good, and they're feeling the most terrible. And not to diagnose her with anything, or I'm just saying, it just seems like she was so busy, like brightening up the world.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, hers was, painful.
I'll tell you this, what it has absolutely done for me is made me change my tune even more. And my tune and my tone, because there is no shortage of things going on in the world. I don't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make nobody feel bad. I don't want to make nobody feel sad. I don't want to do anything with malice or no good intentions at all. I absolutely want to uplift the people that I love, the people that are my friends, the people that's my family, and the people that I don't even know. Because we meet people. Haven't you met a kindred spirit before, where you meet somebody and it's just something about them that's so bubbly, just like the young lady that we're talking about now, that she was so bubbly. It was something about her, even if it was nothing but her hair, but something that made you identify and relate and be able to just feel a little joy, a little different energy there. If we don't do nothing else but have a good word for somebody, that is where our mindsets need to be. We need to love on each other and love on our world, because when I tell you, we getting a real big ass spanking.
Yeah. Yeah. And, they're also saying that, the pressures of like social media and trying to fit in, and then how quickly people jump in other people's pages to be mean and stuff like that. Like all of that, really, we got to start paying attention. You're so quick to want to get a like or get a laugh or something like that at someone else's expense, that you have no idea that day that might send them over the edge. So we definitely need to work on making our world a kinder place.
You just said something that triggered me, Vivica, in a good way. Oh my God, that was terrible. I don't know why my phone is not dead. That was crazy. But you just that's crazy. It never rings. You just triggered me in a really good way. When you were just speaking, informative and inspired, you just inspired me to do something. When you were just speaking about social media and how people are influenced, I thought I received that. And then I thought to myself, my son is not really big on a lot of social media, really, but he is engaged in that TikTok a lot. So when you just said that, I thought to myself, when I get off of this Zoom, when I get off of my show, I am going to go and have a conversation with him about what he sees, how it makes him feel.
Yes.
Like, we need to have these conversations, just like, and then what Lisa Ray was saying, like, we need to be intentional about, talking to people, understanding, are you all right? Just even if you say, are you okay? That's like a big deal. I want to know, if that's what's going on these social media, if it's so influencing, the influence is so strong, I guess we need to be doing more talking, because, I let my kids, because I be thinking in my mind, they know, but you never know. Like this young lady, let me tell you something. When I tell you when this is over, I'm getting ready to go talk to him.
Yeah, give a damn.
I would like to see people these things happen, and we sad, we talk about it, we post for the day, and then people go about their business and go back to their raggedy bad habits, and we can be all concerned and post something, and people do it, and it's just human nature, right? We're so desensitized. Something happens this week, by next week, we're on to the next thing. Let it breathe, let it sit with you for a minute, and let you really think, make change, like Lisa Ray said, because I'm so sick of seeing people just for a day be nice and then go back to being jerks the very next day or 2 days later when it's not trending anymore. And that's the problem. She probably felt forgotten about. She was Miss USA. I don't know. I heard she had some struggles with her career, direction, and she really wanted to be in medicine. I don't really know, but whatever it was, I just hate that she's gone. And then last week someone was taken from, it's just like, I can't take much more of this. I hate reporting this bad news, but we also got to talk about it to do our service, I guess.
To celebrate. Well, not even celebrate, but give the attention, the good attention, that we hope that, they should have had. Claudia. So I understand how you feel, having to report and be the first one really out the gate to be like, hey, y'all, guess what, but at least we have a platform to talk about how beautiful she was, how bubbly, how amazing she was to Vivica and I, for the very short time that we were able to experience her energy. And then, inspiring Lisa Ray and motivating her to say, hey, we need to check on each other, so at least we're able to uplift each other. You're able to bring something to us that we can try to turn into some type of positive energy out of it all in the best way that we can.
Well, we have a lot of show today, and we have a lot of things to cover. And by the end of the show, I promise we're going to do some uplifting. We're going to have fun. We're going to hopefully inspire some folks. And we have quite an amazing guest coming up. We have the daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And Coretta Scott King. Dr. Bernice King is with us next. You don't want to miss this. Stick around. We are kicking off Black History Month the way we should with Queens. We'll be right back with more Cocktails of Queens after this.